This is kind of what this concept was supposed to be all about. Just getting out with absolute minimum gear, going for a wander, seeing what we can find. Hello, welcome back to another Tin-Yetti public transport fishing adventure. Just out on the flats. I've actually cheated today, but we'll get to that in a second. So, Canning Bridge, caught the train to Canning Bridge and then walk around. We'll check out how that goes on the map. Catch the train to Canning Bridge station, walk across the bridge and then work your way along the flats all the way down as far as you have time for. I've got to say that's not what I was expecting. I just spooked a bunch of bream just in the shallows here. Oh, that was interesting. Something just swirled right on the surface just out there. And now there's bait fleeing. All right, hang on. Let's give this a go. The reason I cheated is that Mrs. Tin-Yetti had a work lunch at the rowing pavilion, so she dropped me off. So if I was catching public transport, I would have had a bit longer walk. In this case, I'm going to look at going down over there, which is Deepwater Point. I've only got a couple hours, so I might pick up the pace and just ignore a lot of this flat. I think this is probably good flathead water. Not really my cup of tea, my practice, so I'm gonna keep walking, I'll keep casting, see what comes up, but otherwise we're gonna get over there towards where I think there's some drop-offs and hopefully some tailor. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big cloud of silt just there from where I just spooked a big flathead. I mean, I'm not really a flathead fisherman, so I couldn't, my guess would probably be inaccurate, but I reckon it could have been pushing 50. It was a big fish. Bugger. All right, maybe I'll put more effort into this spot. Oh, this is full of life. Lots of blowies, seen quite a few bream. There's a cormorant. That's probably what I saw when I saw that swirl earlier. This is why I don't do flathead fishing. I hate pulling the weed off every cast. If you've got any good suggestions for me for how to avoid that, I'd love to see a comment. This monster, yeah, it's a blowy, hooked in the side of the head. But it's a first fish for the day, so you know, cool. Bye bye. Yes, maybe, no. They were actual proper hits that time. Gotcha. What have we got? It's a flatty hooked in the side of the head. It's a reasonable sized fish. I wish I'd brought gloves. Not very good at this whole wading thing. I don't do it very often, but that's alright. We can get better. Hold still, buddy. Hold still. Oop, he's back. He's gone. Got me a little bit, but not much. There you go. One flathead. Alright, I'm happy now. One fish will do me. Alright, let's keep going, see what else we can get. Don't know if you can see it, but there's like a pair of wheel marks here, or more to the point, pair of motor marks. I'd say it's probably a big twin engine's gone through and just blasted a little gutter. And I'm pretty sure that's what that fish was sitting in. Guys, disaster has struck. When I was packing to come out this morning, I suddenly realized that I don't have a single 15-gram gold twisty. My absolute go-to lure, and I don't have any of them. I'll have to go out this afternoon and buy some more. So in lieu of that, I have got this little guy. It's a Ocean's Legacy Roven, up to 10 gram. So I'm gonna give that a throw, see how that goes. All right, time for lunch. Before I go around the corner where it's windy, go see if we can find some tailor around there. As most of you will know, yesterday the announcement came out about the WA demersal fishery. I think my opinion on it's pretty clear. I don't really care because I'll catch and eat anything else. And it kind of amuses me that people are so freaked out that they can't catch jewfish to put on their table when there's so many other fish that you can catch and eat. Yeah, I can see why people are upset. I've got some friends, family that work on or with commercial boats in the southwest. Sure, the guy who has the license is going to get paid out, but what about the guys who work seasonally as contractors to him? Presumably they're not going to get anything, which is a bit sad. But I honestly think it's a good decision. I think given the social status of particularly jewfish, but jewfish, snapper, baldies in the metro area, I think it's great to keep them for wrecks. Again, it's just people are dumb. We'll get this crazy shift in fishing effort where people will just go to the south coast or up past Kalbarri and start slamming them again. There's nothing that the regulations can do about that. That's purely up to us to change the way we fish, what we fish for, what our culture is around fish, to take away the hero status of jewfish and snapper, which I guess is kind of ironic, wearing a Jewfish Forever hat, because that in itself glorifies them. But for me, the point is not that they're the only thing to target, but they're there as a fish to catch. So that's my opinion. Take it, leave it, whatever. Plenty of people shouting about it and carrying on and saying there's fish everywhere, and the fact is that we're just better at catching them. You'll find that most of the guys who know what they're doing catch lots of fish. Those who don't. And that's just a redistribution of effort. So I think it's good. Close it up for a couple of years, see what happens, take away the commercials from the metro area, which will then mean that if the stock continues to crumble, us wrecks will have nobody to blame but ourselves. It takes away that blame game, which I think is a good thing. So yeah, I think it's going to be a blowy. You got something? Yep. Blowy. As you can see, we've now rounded the corner into the wind, but that's all right because I know that it's kind of more tailory territory. Oh, you can tell that this is more the weight that this rod wants to cast. Flings it very nicely. All right, time to head back. We've got 45 minutes to make it back the distance. It took us an hour and a half to get here, so I'm going to walk and cast. Hence why I've actually spun this jig around. So now I'm winding it the wrong way, but fishing it more like a twisty, so see what happens. For anybody who's following along with my health journey, a little update. Yesterday I got told that the cardiology teams, yes, multiple teams, have decided that despite dying and coming back to life 5 months ago, I have recovered exceptionally well, and therefore I am healthy enough that they're going to delay putting me on the transplant list. So, no transplant at this point. They will keep monitoring, and of course, at some point I'm expected to deteriorate, and then they'll list me. When's that going to be? I don't know. Oi, I just cast the top portion off my rod. That's not ideal. When's that going to be? I don't know. But when it's, yeah, it just means that I'm going to have to deteriorate before they'll do anything else, which doesn't really sound like fun. Other than that, it's very good news. They're saying that I am healthy. So, oh well, that's where we're at. I think I'm about as healthy as this reel is at the moment. It's making some bad noises. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm almost back to where I started. Oh, there's my timer telling me I need to hurry up and get back. Yeah, so that's the upstream southern side of the river from Canning Bridge. I reckon this was the best bit along here, chasing flatties, which is not really my thing, so to catch one, I think I did pretty well. To fish an area where you've never fished before, you're not really familiar with the technique, I think this has potential. Yeah, oh, clumpweed, but yeah, lots and lots and lots of snotweed. And again, so catch the train to Canning Bridge, jump off, walk across the bridge, and easy enough. I had 3 hours today, and I made it, well, past 3/4 of the way to Mount Henry Bridge, but it's all right. Give it a go. All right, I'll see you all next time.